group. Let me share my screen so we know exactly what we are talking about. Okay. Okay, sharing my screen. Okay, I'll try to be quick, short, and sweet. Okay, so now after graduation, congratulations everyone for finishing this milestone. This is not an easy one. And the next step, okay, the next step is, okay, what will you do with your master's besides adding it to your resume and LinkedIn profile? You can, of course, publish a paper based on your research. This is not an easy task and very, very, very competitive. Now you are not competing for grades. Now you are competing with scholars and graduates from schools from all over the world. So the idea here is that we will learn together this world of academic publishing, and we will try to work our papers and improve its quality, or their quality, that it will be publishing worthy. Okay, so now you are not working just to finalize a paper that you will submit and get the grades and you know, graduate. No, it's beyond. Okay, so these workshops, these are not classes. These are workshops. I wish that it will be very interactive because we will learn together and we will work hands-on. Okay, so I need to understand, why are you here? So when you received the email from the school administration, what made you decide to join these workshops? So we can start with Mansour.
Yes, Professor.
Yes. So why did you join these workshops?
Uh, Thank you very much. First of all, yes, I joined this workshop because I didn't want the master's graduation to be the last milestone for me. So I wanted to go further and learn more. That's why I joined this workshop, and I want to learn more about the research topic and be able to publish a thesis paper or publish a research paper one day.
Okay, this is great. You said something very important, and I believe this might reflect the desire of everyone here. I don't want the masters to be my last stop. So if you want to take your academic career further, maybe perhaps apply for PhD. In the application, they will ask you if you have any publications. So we can easily publish your thesis on the university website, and you can give them this. But from what I have seen, um, there are some issues with your thesis, and any expert, in any academic expert reviewing your thesis might find these holes and they decide it's not worthy. Also, publishing your thesis on the university website. All universities, they do this. They have a repository of repository. Okay, this is a word I struggle pronouncing. Anyway, they have a pool of all the theses of their graduates, and it's not very competitive. However, if you apply for a PhD and you say, okay, I published an article or a paper in this journal, this will give you more credibility than just giving them your thesis. Very good. Thank you. Nuran?
Yes.
Yes. So why are you here?
For me, I was planning sooner or later to start with a PhD, but to
Mm-hmm.
be honest, not in management. It might be in engineering,
Mm-hmm.
and for sure, academic writing is a big part of publishing for post studies or for publishing papers during this
Mm-hmm.
phase.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whatever the field that you want to do your PhD in, having a published paper, it's a documentation or demonstration of your ability to write, academic writing, and also your ability um, uh, uh, to conduct a research. So even if you have your first paper in management, again, when you apply for engineering or any other field, this is a demonstration of I can write, I can think, I can design a research. Very good. Liazat?
Yes, hello, Professor again.
Hi.
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. I have the same idea to continue my study. So I think that this course will give me opportunity to improve my writing and to understand how to succeed, to be successful in publishing my thesis and further maybe some researches.
Okay, very, very good. Yes, yes. As I said, this is not a course, this is a workshop. So,
Yes, yes.
and yeah, and we will interact a lot. Thank you. Safe?
For me, it's a mix of wanting to continue my studies possibly in the future, but also learn some skills that I can apply to other domains beyond academic writing. Just have a strong ability to express myself academically will come in handy in a variety of different situations.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Ahmed?
Yes, Professor. Well, I want to improve my writing. I'm still doing my thesis. I've been struggling with it, being afraid of writing. So I want to improve it. I want to be able to do it, and hopefully in the future, I will be doing more.
Yes, yes, yes. Even if you don't want to go to the field of academia, having a published paper in your LinkedIn profile or your resume, this will improve your profile and your chances of improvement. So let's start. Why do we need to publish? There are so many benefits. You demonstrate your ability to write. You demonstrate your understanding of the academic writing dynamics And also because these papers will be peer reviewed blindly, so you will get the report of the peer review, the peer reviewers, and you will learn along the way of the process. So even if your paper was not accepted, you will get a report and they will tell you why it was not accepted and what you can do about it. The academic publishing process is not easy. Um, uh, it's difficult, it's very competitive, and there are lots that we need to understand. Okay, um, uh, as a start, I want you to focus on the research that you already did, because you worked a lot on this research, and we can use it and we can enhance it. Okay, so your first assignment, of course, these are not graded. I just added it as assignment so I can use the the functionalities of the system, is to write a 300 words reflective essay on why academic publishing is essential for you. For these assignments, please, 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 I don't want you to use ChatGPT. There are a lot of issues around the use of AI. And frankly speaking, I know that we abused it. And at the university, we were not detecting the use of AI that much. But many journals will detect the use of AI, and this for them is immediate rejection. Some journals will ask you to write a statement. How did you use AI-powered tools? They will tell you that we accept only if you used something to enhance your writing, like Grammarly and Quillbot. But again, you have to submit a declaration or a consent that you only used AI for this purpose. And also, if we will ask AI to do the initial draft, we are not learning anything. Okay, so this is your first assignment. Think of why this is important. Do traditional research online for this, meaning use Google. Okay, ask Google to give you some documents, like blogs or articles written about the importance of academic publishing and why to publish your research. Also, I will pair you. Okay, so I created this document, and this is academic publishing peer groups. So we will work in groups of 2, only 2. And I will be the third in all these groups, okay? And I want to pair you based on the interest and your skills, so you will work together. By the end of these workshops, my aim is to have 2 papers for every one. So, for example, I will use an example of what I know about your research. So, Mansour, your thesis had 2 specific fields: sustainability and procurement, right? So it was on sustainable procurement, right?
Yes, Professor.
Okay,
Yes.
so here is a question for everyone. Uh, did any one of you did research on sustainability related issue or procurement? I don't know Liazat's thesis. I don't know Nouran's thesis. I know Saif and Mansour and Ahmed. So Liazat and Nouran, what was the topic or the field of your um, thesis?
For me, business psychology, not relevant to Mansour a lot.
Okay. And Liazat?
Leadership.
Leadership. Okay. So Nouran, from what you said, I can pair you with Ahmed Hussein because his thesis is on career stagnation. So I think you can work together. So by the end of this class, the workshops, each one of you will have two papers by both of your names. So Ahmed will help you on your paper with your paper, and you will help him with his paper. And because you helped each other, you can add the names of each other. So for example, for Nuran's paper, she will be the primary author and Ahmed will be the secondary author. And in the declaration, everyone will say what did they do. And I will be the third person in your team. Liazat, you are on leadership. Saif, uh, Saif, your thesis was
Supply
uh,
chain.
supply chain.
Yeah.
So I
Professor, what
think
about
Accountability.
time zones? Uh,
uh, time zones. Okay, we will talk about this after we finish this because the most important thing is the topics and the interests.
Maybe we can write in WhatsApp group our topics and collaborate by ourselves. Do not take time here because some of our peers, I think, they're not with us today.
Y-
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's
we
a
need
good
to pair
point.
them also, so we can
Yeah,
do it in WhatsApp
yeah,
group.
that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay, so what I will do, I will where is the document? Uh, this is a very critical point because I need you to be paired based on expertise and the topic. This is not where is the chat? This is not an assignment for a course. So I want your skills to complement each other. So I will post something on the WhatsApp. It's very, very important step to be paired correctly. And also, I will ask you to send me your thesis because I need to read it. We need to format it correctly. So this is something that we need to do. So as a start, um, for the assignment, again, every two peers working together, they will assess the work of each other. So, and this is very important. I want you to wear the hat of the reviewer and review the work of each other. And of course, I will give you my feedback as well. Okay. When we are writing academic writing, you have to maintain the academic tone. Okay. So, Okay. Oh, no. Um, Again, the more you read about the topic you are working on, the more you will understand the academic dynamics of writing in an academic tone. Okay? So, um, this is your first step. I want each one of you to write a 300-word reflective essay on why academic publishing is essential for you as an MBA graduate, not student. Now you are a graduate. After we finalize the peering, hopefully today, we will you will work together and evaluate each other's work. Okay? I need you to give some a good input or feedback to your peer on specific improvements they can do in their essays. This is an easy task compared to working on the paper later. Okay? So everyone now has access to this document. In paper 1 and paper 2, I want you to write the titles of your thesis, because from your thesis, we can extract at least 3 papers. So, for example, I will use Save's thesis as an example. So what was exactly your thesis?
It was like optimization for supply chain, like building a custom model for unit stocking, optimizing unit stocking.
Okay, so the first thesis that any one of you can extract from their manuscript is related to literature review. So if you worked and designed a structured literature review, this could be your first thesis. The second thesis, paper. The second paper could be a summary of your research. It's like condensed a summary of your thesis, all your thesis. The third one is taking the results of your thesis and apply it to a specific context, whether it is industry or a company, like a case study, or even a country. Depending on the results, you can also extract some other papers. So if you have a mix of quantitative and qualitative research methods, you can take the qualitative results based on the interview analysis, and you can also extract a thesis from it. If you did some quantitative analysis, you can also extract it and have a paper based on it. So that's why it's very important that you all send me your thesis, so I can work one-on-one with each one of you on ideas to extract from your thesis. Because we are in different time zones, we will use the virtual methods and also lots of written communication. So I will give you here my personal email. So you can all send me your thesis, the final one. So after you got the the feedback from your reviewers, and you finalized your thesis. The first step that I will do is that I will critique what I received. I will see if it is ready, or we need to do some changes, or maybe perhaps some improvements and modification. And also this will give me a good grasp of the topics that you are familiar with, so I can pair you. Okay? And don't worry about the time zone, because we will use virtual tools. The best tool ever is for our situation is Google Docs. So for example, now you have access to this Google Doc. You can add, so you can create, and Mansour is familiar with this because we worked together using Google Docs, and we had our weekly meetings when I was supervising his thesis. So and you can add comments, so you can communicate with each other through Google Docs and emails. So don't worry about the time zone, because again, you can communicate in writing. And this is also very good because you will communicate, usually you will communicate with your with the paper, sorry, the journal, in writing. So you will not have a conversation with the journal. You will not have a conversation with the reviewers. Actually, the reviewers, the process is blind, so they don't know that they are assessing your paper, and you don't even know who are the reviewers. And the reviewers can come from anywhere in the world, and the journals are managing this. Also here, so this is, I will step ahead a little bit to week 3, about choosing the right journal, because usually the journal, each journal has you know, a time frame to get feedback. So, and most journals, they say that if you publish your paper with us, you are not allowed to publish it with another journal. So you cannot submit the same paper to multiple journals at the same time, because what will happen if you receive 2 acceptance, for example, from 2 journals, and one journal says you cannot publish it with another journal. This means that you need to decline the other journal and maybe burn your bridges with them. So we need to be very careful to select the journals that we apply to. So I added here a list of possible journals, and we will talk also about something very important about journals. When it comes to journals, is there anyone joining us? Yes. When we talk about journals, some journals are open access, and they charge you money to publish with them. Some other journals are closed access, and they charge the reader the fees to publish to read their papers. There are a lot of open access journals, Of course, there is something related to the rank of the journal. Not all journals have the same ranking. And we will talk later about these specifics, how you judge the rank of actually, there are some clear numbers in the market that show you the rank of the journal and which indexing services they are part of. So we will talk about this later, but I want you to uh, uh, click on any of these journals. If you have some time, click on a multiple journals to familiarize yourself about the different journals. And all of these are open access and free of charge. This is very important. But because it's free, the competition also is high. And because it's free, their ranking also might be that high. So, for example, a journal with a ranking of 9 out of 10 is much more respected than a journal with a ranking of 7. And of course, the 7 is much more respected than a journal with ranking 2 or 1. So this is a list of open access free journals that you can apply. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse me, please.
Sorry, my mic just cut off. Sorry.
Okay. So some journals, actually, you can pay like $4,000 to publish your paper in these journals. And if you don't have a funding or grant, this might be very, very difficult. Some journals has less fees to publish in, and some journals are free. Again, it's a big thing, and we need to compare these journals. Also, some journals will say, okay, our evaluation process takes 4 weeks. Some journals will tell you our evaluation process will take 6 months. Some other journals, they will tell you our evaluation process takes 1 year. Some journals right now, I checked, they are not accepting submissions because they have received a lot of submissions that they cannot handle. So they suspended submissions until they deal with their backlog. Okay, so I want you to go to a couple of these journals and familiarize yourself with these journals and the submission process, and we will talk later again about this. So I think we will end early for today. Again, these are not assignment, these are just exercises that we are doing together. So we will start slowly, okay? So I want you to start with this easy assignment. Please, for this assignment, don't use ChatGPT. And for this assignment, I will actually check if your submission is AI or not, because I will try to use the same tools that these journals will use to check the submissions. So back in the day, the main issue was plagiarism. It means copying from resources without mentioning these references. Right now, it's not plagiarism, it's actually AI. As I said, some journals will allow you to use AI-powered tools to check the language. But again, we have to be careful. So please take your time, write the 300 words reflective essay. Try to have a formal academic tone when you are writing. And after we finalize pairing you, each one of you will criticize and give feedback on the other person's submission. Okay, and of course I will give you also feedback on your submission. So any question? Any question?
When is that assignment due by? By the next session?
Okay, here is the thing. I added oh yeah, okay. I need to change the due dates. I will add the due dates at the end of each week, so we can move, and also we can have some accountability. And if you have issues with your peer, come to me, because our goal here is to get every one of you published. Okay, so no time to waste for non-value adding things. So I will change the due dates right now. It's because I created this shell some time ago, but it will be due by the end of the week. So start early. Today, hopefully everyone will know their peer, and we will start working. We will use Google Docs a lot. So each group will have 3 members, 2 peers and myself. So we can communicate here. I see that Safe started with group 1. So this is very, very good, but again, we need everyone to add their names and their topics, so we can understand who can work with whom. So any questions so far? Any question? So did you take my email, please? Yes, take my email. It's hhawad@yahoo.com. This is the easiest email to reach me. And let's work on this, and let's have some fun while we are trying to be published academic authors. So before we leave, again, any question? Okay. Sarah with us. Again, we are recording the sessions, but these sessions will not be shared online like our usual classes. These sessions will be shared among each other because we will talk about sensitive information, copyrights, our ideas, our faults. So this is not something that we share with the public. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week. But until next week, please finish the first assignment, this one, the reflective essay. Don't use ChatGPT. Don't be shy or afraid of your mistakes. It's okay. English is our second language for almost everyone. Once we finalize the peering or the pairing of peers, you will give each other feedback. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.